Well, a little late, but
Well, we're
for
on
good
Walden time.
cause. We're on Walden time. That's right. But for a good cause, since Kathy has put on these. Let me make sure there's even sound here.
Hope so.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
No more headphones, huh?
No. Something's going on here. Hold on a minute.
A good thing or a bad thing?
You never know anymore. Never know. Let's see. All right, it works. All right. So, anyway.
I like the couches.
See?
Very comfy.
The idea, well, I was telling Paul yesterday, was that it was supposed to be just kind of like a kind of a cozy setting. Ooh, look at this. Cozy. Woo!
It is a cozy setting.
Cozy setting and just
It is. It's those are useless. I know they popped out over here too.
did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is like it's a very comfy, like you just like you
It's
like
like a big
fall,
beanbag chair.
Yeah, you like fall into it. It's really comfy.
So I was
I had
telling,
to take my shoes off.
you
get
did
comfy.
really?
I had to take my shoes off to get comfy.
No more disrobing. There's well, Paul was here yesterday, and
Did he take his shoes off?
No, but he Cheryl says there is no sound. Let's see. There's
I hear sound.
plenty of sound. Cheryl, maybe turn your volume up. I don't know.
There's sound.
Yeah, there's. All right. So Paul was like, oh, I don't know if I can get up out of these things because you kind of sink right into them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it like kind of comes around you, like it like hugs you.
It's a big hug. Come to SNSN and get a big hug.
I'm not a huggy person, but what? Oh, what?
There is sound. I said there. You know what it is? I'm so used to people popping in there and going, "There's no sound."
Yeah,
but there is sound.
So you
thank
misread
you,
it.
Cheryl. Yeah,
it happens.
So yeah, Paul didn't want to give up. He liked it. Other Mike came in. He's helping me move stuff around, and he noticed those black things are off the. I gotta take that one. Yeah. I gotta take that one down too.
Yeah, you're right.
Just to let more natural light in
mm-hmm.
here, and I just think it looks better.
Yeah.
There's so much crap laying around here that nobody can even see.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Well, that's what happens when you move, and you change things up.
We even have a coffee
table. But that's what happens when you move things around. It's always a mess first, and then you kind of.
I actually have a second coffee table.
Really?
I don't know if that'll be too much.
Well, this one has like some leaves on it. Maybe open it up.
Yeah, that's true. But see, I got this over here, so I can just whatever. Yep. So
it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I just for the longest time, even going back to North Main Street when we were there, we all sat around a table.
Yep.
And it was kind of like formal or whatever without being formal.
Yeah.
It's like a dining room conversation. Then we had that table that's gone.
I think we stood over there, didn't we? It was like an L-shaped desk at one point, and we stood. We didn't even
at the beginning.
sit.
We sat though. We put risers on it.
Oh,
and we did rise it up.
Huh, okay.
We did raise up. Now we sound like a revival.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Friends. Let me tell you right now, today we're going to talk to Kathy. We're going to save her in the fact that we're going to talk about her favorite subject, nepotism.
Oh, Jesus. Nepotism. Yeah.
No, but
it's always a fun one.
Oh, yeah. I think nepotism is, I think it's misunderstood.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, nepotism is a big word, so we might need to explain what that is.
It's a 25-cent word.
Yeah.
Definitely a 25-cent word.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, but going back to this and everything. So, Noelle, who is a girl that does camera for us.
For sports stuff.
For sports, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she, her and her husband bought a house. Well, he had a house and she moved in with him, but she had a condo, and the condo was just sitting there. So she finally sold it, and it just went through, I think, like last week or this week. But she had to get this stuff out of here. She goes, "Do you want?" I said, "Oh, hey, you know what? That's a good idea."
Yeah.
So I rented a truck from Home Depot.
Perfect.
Which was a lot cheaper than U-Haul. So
nice.
Do you know the differences between them?
No, we were talking about it, but
yeah,
it was 75 minutes or something with one of them.
Yeah, it was $20 for 75 minutes.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's not. And then if you go an extra hour, it's $20 more.
Still, I mean, Jesus.
So I eked into the second hour, so it was like $50.
Not bad.
Now, if I would have rented a U-Haul, it would have been $19.99 for the truck. Actually, a smaller truck
plus mileage.
And I think it's like $1 a mile. I think it might even be a little more than that now, but
that adds up.
Oh yeah, well, I was going to Danielson and back, so let's say 20, 40, 43 miles. Just kind of.
Yep.
Maybe even more.
Yeah, plus the 20 to begin with. Yeah.
So it was like another. I would have been $15 more expensive. So.
Yep.
But
yeah, no.
This was a bigger truck too, so
nice.
It was good. So we got these in here somehow, some way.
Yep, they're comfy.
I got a bunch of stuff downstairs that Nick can have.
Okay.
If he wants it, it's just sitting there.
Okay.
Got to get rid of it. I don't know if he can do anything with it, but
we can ask him.
Yeah. Yeah, I got chairs down there. I got this big, those big yellow tables I had in the tumbler room.
Big yellow tables?
Yeah, it was a big metal table.
No, I'm not picturing it.
With the metal
legs.
The metal legs, yeah.
No.
They're old school tables.
Okay.
They were actually from the Catholic school up in Moose Up.
Oh, okay.
And they're durable. They're crazy durable.
All the old stuff I
can get on it. I can stand on it.
Yeah.
Me. And it'll hold.
But like all the old furniture like that. I mean, it was built to last. So
Absolutely.
Is there any stuff still in the St. Mary's school? I wonder if there's anything in there.
Spirit.
Well, yeah. Just
Ghosts.
Curious. You mentioned old school, but
I don't know. I don't know if there's anything
that's
in there.
going through like foreclosure or auction or something now, right? Or part of the bankruptcy. I think it's part of the bankruptcy thing now.
Is it?
Yep.
That's a weird. I don't know how I feel about all that.
About it going to bankruptcy?
No, just the whole Catholic Church thing, because my dad tried to raise me Catholic, but you know how there are some things you just don't get it.
Yep.
I don't get it. I'm not getting it. I don't understand.
I was in Catholic school from kindergarten through 12th, and they did not like me at all because I questioned everything. And
Who's just Jesus guy?
There were just so many things, and the answer that I got every time I questioned something was, "You just need to have faith." That was the answer.
Well,
and I was like, okay, but like I still wanted answers. It just like that wasn't good enough for me. But yeah, I had a lot of questions. But grew up Catholic, but I not practicing.
Well, I did too, but like I said, I didn't get it.
There were too many.
It just wasn't clicking. It's like it didn't mean that I didn't agree with it or disagree with it. I just didn't click with me.
Yep.
So, and I don't know how to tell my dad that because he's even today such a devout Catholic. So I did go to Catholic school over here for a couple of years.
Yep.
Until the principal, Sister Pauline, pissed my mother off. Oh my God! I must have told you that.
No, I don't think so.
Oh my God!
Pissed your mom off?
Told this oh my God. Yeah.
Was it here at St. Mary's?
Yes. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. So, I mean, I can understand like as an adult Sister Pauline's side, but I also understand my mother's side. So like the boys back then, they didn't have to wear uniforms.
Oh, but the girls did.
The girls did. So.
Talking about spirits.
Yeah, I know. I
got one open in the door. There's nobody there.
I'm telling you, there's some shit going on in this building.
There's literally nobody there.
Yeah. So
at least they're friendly.
Oh yeah, I don't think ghosts kind of. What are they gonna do to me? What are they gonna do to you? Boo.
Just scare you.
Yeah, that's it. Boo.
Move shit around on you.
Yeah.
Sounds like downstairs.
Oh, could be. It could be.
I think it's downstairs.
Welcome to the attention deficit disorder hour.
I took my Adderall. Hasn't quite kicked
Not
in
me.
yet.
I'm still drinking like half a coffee. It's like, ugh. So anyway,
St. Mary's, Sister
St.
Pauline.
Mary's, we didn't have to wear, we did have to wear like khakis and a collared shirt.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yep.
That was the only requirement of the guys at that point, even though they did change back to uniforms for boys later on down the road. So my mom sent me to school one day and she didn't have a collared shirt.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That was a big deal in Catholic school if you didn't have the uniform.
We didn't quite know how much of a big deal was until that day.
Oh, yeah.
So I got there.
So what were you wearing instead in place of? Okay. Yep.
Yeah, the t-shirt.
Mom got a phone call?
Well, let me tell you about the t-shirt first. It wasn't just your average t-shirt.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not just a white plain t-shirt.
No. It was like a light blue. And I actually have a picture of myself with this thing on somewhere. Anyway, it had a big hamburger on it.
Oh my God, of all things.
And then all over the shirt, it said ketchup, mustard, pickles, tomatoes, lettuce, every condiment, and the words all over the shirt. That's how my mother sent me to Catholic school one day.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So
didn't even have just like a plain white t-shirt or just a plain colored shirt, nothing. Jesus.
I was 8.
I would have pulled out the dirty one from yesterday and put that on.
So I get to school and Sister Pauline pulls me aside. Now I'm mortified because the principal, right, is pulling me aside.
Mm-hmm.
And
are your friends giving you a hard time?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Right.
No, I'm a rebel.
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
Look at Mike. He's wearing something he shouldn't be. So, but I'm 8 and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just,
Yeah, you went to school.
I'm happy to be there,
Uh-huh.
And Sister Pauline pulls me aside and goes, Michael, you have to go home and change your shirt. Okay. So off I went.
Oh, Jesus.
Now back then
you just went home. Yeah.
Just right. Yeah. So I got home and we only had one car. It was my dad, he was the one that was working. Mom was she working yet? No, she wasn't working yet. But anyway, I got home. She found something, put it on me. We walked back
together.
She was fuming the entire walk.
Yeah, I bet.
And I'm like, I didn't know what to expect. But I'm thinking, I'm going back to school.
Right. Yeah. Got my shirt. I'm going back to school. Yeah.
My mother and Sister Pauline screamed at each other. And then Sister Pauline started pulling out, insults. And my mother was crying.
Oh my God.
Crying. And I'm like,
what is happening?
Yeah. Nuns aren't supposed to do that.
No. And, I know some of the nuns I had were pretty mean.
Yeah, some of them were pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Sister Anna Banana, the second grade teacher, she'd whack you with a ruler.
Oh yeah, we had that too.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up going back home, and I was in public school the next day.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yep. And there was less than a month of school
left. Oh my God.
Yeah, my mother yanked me right out of there. She goes, "That's it. We're done here."
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uniforms are they were a thing, man. Let me tell you, we used to get, because the girls had to wear knee socks, and a lot of times, like the elastic in them would like not, become not so elastic anymore, and they would fall, and we'd get in trouble if they had fallen down and they wouldn't stay up. And I mean, things like that, we'd have to kneel and our skirt had to touch the floor when we were kneeling. If it didn't touch, and of course we used to roll them up at the waist, hike them up. So, and then we'd have to, we'd get in trouble
belly
for that.
Belly button ring and everything.
Yeah.
Fifth
right.
grader.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. Like the old Britney Spears look. Yeah. No. But yeah, I mean, it was in high school, they used to charge us. That's how they made money. They would, socks were down, $1.
Did you go to St. Bernard's?
No, Academy of Holy Family.
Oh, you went to jail.
Yep.
Yeah,
it was socks are down, give me $1. Skirt too short, give me $1.
God, well,
you don't have your blazer for chapel, $1.
Nuns need lunch money too. You know?
Yeah, you want to get something out of Lost and Found, $1. God. Everything was money. Yeah. Yep, I lost a lot of money. But yeah,
they always said beware the Catholic girls.
Yeah,
you know the Catholics.
yeah.
So, I don't know.
I was a good girl.
I don't. No, you weren't. But now they don't. Now all those uniforms, they don't use them anymore except for like bedroom cosplay.
I know, right? I think the Academy still has them. I saw a couple of girls. There?
Oh
yeah.
See, now that goes back to what I was saying is like I don't know how to feel about this whole bankruptcy thing because it's Catholic Church, St. Mary's is and has always been such a huge part of this town. It was or is I keep saying past tense, but where people congregate. 4:00 mass on Saturday, you couldn't find a parking space anywhere. They were parked up all the way up East Main Street. Now I think church attendance is way down.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't even find a seat at St. Mary's. 9:00 mass on Sundays.
Yep. I honestly
couldn't find a.
I don't know how a lot of these churches are even still open. I mean, you go in there on a Sunday and it's just so sparsely tended.
I don't think they really are. I mean they are, but I mean, like for example, I know they had like 3 or 4 priests here in Jewett City at St. Mary's, but then everyone had their own staff of priests, and there were tons of them. And then you had the Bishop Daniel O'Reilly.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Who was in Norwich, right?
Yeah.
No, they don't even have a bishop around here anymore.
I see. That's how little I know about it.
No, I think days. Father Ted actually runs the whole area now.
Oh, geez.
So they only have, I think they have 2 priests over here. All the nuns are gone.
Yeah.
They're
probably at the Academy of the Holy Family.
Yeah. And
that's where a lot of them live.
Do they even have, I mean, do women even go into that service anymore?
No idea. I have no idea how many.
Because I know they all go to die at the nursing home in Putnam.
Yeah.
Which Sister Pauline just died last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just passed away. She was 140.
I was gonna say it's crazy because I feel like they were like 100 years old when I was in school, and then I see them as an adult, and I'm like,
yeah,
how is this happening? But yeah, and I don't think it's just Catholic though. Rich's brother is a pastor for Lutheran out in Wisconsin.
The Catholic churches have huge budgets, and now it's like they don't know what to do.
Well, so I mean, even out in Wisconsin and Lutheran churches that Rich's brother is a pastor for, sometimes they have to share, like they have to take care of multiple churches because they don't have enough pastors. So I don't think it's just the Catholic religion. I think it's maybe just all religion that's down.
I think so. I think you're probably right.
I think people are maybe moving to more of a spiritual rather than religious kind of mindset. Maybe. I don't know.
So let's see what the Diocese of Norwich is. Now, Canova just put St. Mary's only lists 2 masses now.
Oh, wow.
Saturday night and Sunday morning.
Yeah, I grew up at Sacred Heart in Taffville, and they used to have Saturday at like 4 p.m., and then there were 3 on Sunday. It was like at 7, 9, and 11 or something. And I don't know. I have no idea what they even offer these days. That's how long it's been since I've been there.
I will tell you, when I was Richard Reedy, the Most Reverend, is the 6th bishop. So, Rich, you're right. He was appointed on April 29th.
Of this year?
At St. Patrick Cathedral.
Oh, that's a beautiful church.
Huh?
That's a beautiful church. Just architecture-wise, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So, but And then Father Ted, Mickey, he runs like all the churches around here. I know he.
Yep, I just know him as Father Ted. I have no idea what the rest of his name is.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, it's
a business that's going downhill, and you have a new generation of people, and you're right. Like spirituality is more of a thing right now.
Yep.
More so than, you know, what really I didn't get. I know we talked a lot about this, but we started late anyway. The whole idea of going to confession.
Oh, talk about anxiety. Oh my God. I mean, stomach in my throat the whole time, knowing, because we went to mass for school. We went to mass the first Friday of every month.
You did.
Oh my God. The first Friday of every month we were in church. I don't know why the first Friday of every month was special. I don't remember what the reason was, but of course, prior to church, we had to go to confession.
Yeah.
So like at the end of every month or the very beginning of the month, like I knew it was coming and I would dread it. Oh my God, it was so bad. And I remember, you know, you'd be given your, you know, your sentence, whatever, your prayers that you had to do afterwards to absolve you of all your sins, whatever it was. And we would come out, like our church, the confessional was right up front by the altar. So you'd come out of the confessional and then you'd kneel at the altar and do your prayers and whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching you. So we would, as kids, we would watch and see how long they were up there for, because the longer they were up there, that must mean the more prayers they had to say, which means the more they confessed and the worse they were. You know, so that's as a kid. So I would be up there and I'd be like trying to like rush through my prayers and I'd skip some, and then I'd feel bad that I skipped some because I didn't want the kids to think I was up there too long because I was bad. And I mean, it was awful.
No, you're right.
Awful.
You're right.
It was horrible.
And your face will get really hot because you're like,
and you would hear, as soon as you got in there, and you'd hear the thing slide open.
I'm going in to see God. God himself.
God, it was traumatic. Like, I mean, just that thing opening and you could see like the profile of the priest and you're like, trying to get started. Oh, it was just awful. Awful,
and
awful.
If you were in Boston, you'd go in there and they'd give you ice cream.
Oh my God. What?
They would say, hey, let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Oh my God. It was it was awful. And all of that.
Forgive me, Father, I have sinned.
Yeah,
I committed armed robbery.
Yeah, it has been, 1 month since my last confession, and these are my sins. I'd be like,
7 years.
I yelled at my mom and dad. I said a bad word. Like, I mean, it was just, oh God, it was brutal. All of that so you could get communion, the little wafer things.
The little wafer.
And I'm like, it's not worth it. I think I'm good.
The prize.
I'm all set.
The prize at the end of the day. What? The wafer.
It was.
I always wanted to drink the wine.
Yeah. Seeing Catholic Church, you didn't really do that unless you were up at the altar, like you were a reader or the priest or whatever. But in the Lutheran Church, though, I found that they all do that, and it kind of grossed me out because I was like, everyone's drinking from the cup. I'm like, I'm all set. I'm good. I'm good.
Different religions do different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I got into it with my dad one day. You know, like what's the true religion?
Yeah.
Catholicism.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think what was it? Hinduism or maybe
no, maybe. Yeah, that could be.
You know, there are more people that are in that religion than there are Catholics. Mm-hmm. It's the largest religion in the world. So what is going to happen to those dads? They're going to hell.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're all going to hell.
Yes.
Everybody's going to hell unless you're Catholic.
Uh-huh.
And I said, Dad, I don't know if that really.
Well, and that's
what I didn't understand.
Yep.
You know, it's like if you're not Catholic, you are screwed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And my whole thing too was, well, why would God do that? Why would he
I said that to my dad.
Yeah.
And when
Not a good question to ask.
No, it wasn't. But he couldn't answer it.
No. Well, the answer was you have to have faith.
Oh.
That was the answer I got for all those types of questions.
Well, I would say to my dad, all right, Dad, look, if I go out and do something, if I commit murder, I said, am I going to hell? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because that's one of the sins.
I said, Dad, let me ask you a question. I said, I'm your son.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I said, would you condemn me to a lake of fire?
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, well then why is it Why is it perfect love if I'm going to hell and burn with the fishes? I mean, I don't.
Or if you go and confess, then you're good. Then you won't go to hell. It's all set. There were girls at my school in high school that used to wear scapula. Remember the scapulas?
Yes, yeah.
They used to wear those. So if they committed sin and didn't get a chance to go to confession, they thought that was like their like get out of jail free card to heaven. They wore scapula every single day under their uniforms, under their clothes, because God forbid if they did something and didn't get to confession and died, they were still saved. It was okay. They were still going to heaven because they had the scapula on. And that kind of stuff just did not make sense to me. I just didn't get it.
Yeah. So you know what else doesn't make sense to me?
Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot that doesn't make sense to me.
Is that I put a title on this show when we've talked about the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about...
Well, it's ADHD hour. It's what happens.
Yeah, that's
Although
what happens
I'm pretty
here.
proud of ourselves. We stayed on that topic for a while. And we stayed on track.
20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take a break, but I do want to come back and I do want to talk about... Because, it's election season, right?
Is it?
What?
Had no idea.
Shut up. And there's, there are a lot of people scream nepotism. Especially in your skin's already crawling.
Because a lot of people just this time of year, it's like weddings and funerals. It brings out the worst in people. It really does. It's just all of a sudden people come out of the woodwork with all these very big opinions and they're quiet all the other times.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Let's get into it.
So I'll be, we'll come back in a minute and talk about it right here on SNSN.
Life is full of choices. At Jewett City Savings Bank, we can make one choice easy, finding the right checking account. We offer a range of affordable accounts to fit your budget and needs, and each gives you the freedom to access your money the way you want, online, through our mobile app, or with your debit card. It's your money and your choice. To learn more about the account that's right for you, stop by one of our offices or visit us at jcsbank.com. Jewett City Savings Bank, member FDIC.
And like knowing that.
Hold on a minute. Whoopsie.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Is it safe to visit the dentist? In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
You buy better.
Better it burns.
Much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price.
You
buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here, and unfortunately, temperatures may not be the only thing on the rise. If you're experiencing significant insurance increases, it's time to make the call. The Burns Agency, now a Hub International company, has more solutions than ever. With the same superior service you've come to know. Call, email, or stop in today to start your savings. The Burns Agency, a Hub International company, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Look at that. Oh, yeah. I got mine too. All right.
Sword fighting.
There we go. You're kind of sinking to these things here.
Like I got to get readjusted. Okay.
All right. So Mike Minarski and Sister Mary Catherine Wampslick.
Yeah.
So we had a good little conversation about...
Yeah, my mother-in-law would not want to hear that.
What, Mary
Her
Catherine
last name with a Catholic sister. She's Lutheran.
Oh.
And the Catholics are bad to Lutherans.
I
found
know.
that out.
Well, how do you... It's like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everybody thinks they're bad except for the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Oh, she
I
found
don't
out
think they're bad.
She found out my kids weren't baptized, and oh Jesus, that was not good.
Well, I don't know. I could care less what anybody's religion is. Personally,
yeah, same.
Everybody has their own thing.
Yeah, same.
So, all right, let's talk. Let's talk about election season and nepotism.
Mm-hmm.
When so I'm not gonna. I personally in a small town. I don't see what the big deal is.
Do you want to explain what nepotism is first, or what you mean by it?
Nepotism.
Mm-hmm.
Nepotism is when somebody gets hired or favored into a position, usually by a family member or somebody that, that lives in the same house, uncle, aunt, father, mother, cousin, whatever, grandparent. I don't think a lot of people, when they claim nepotism, they understand the definition of it, and I think you're going to find that in corporations, where dad's the CEO and you're going to hire when the daughter comes in as executive vice president. And she just came out of Catholic school.
Yeah.
So real world experience.
Yeah. Right.
But I think they use it in town, or small towns, the term, and I don't see how it really is nepotism.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
go ahead.
Yeah. In small towns, you're going to have a harder time finding people to volunteer for these positions, right? I mean, keeping in mind, you had mentioned election season, keeping in mind a majority of these things that are being voted on, these seats that are being voted on, are all volunteer. The only ones that are paid are the Board of Selectmen. That's it. Treasurer, I think is paid. Yep. That's it.
Registrar.
I mean, everything, they're not
registrars, they're not paid?
No, they are, but they're not election right now. Not for this election.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
But yeah, they are paid. Yep.
It used to be tax collector too, but they're not
elected
they're
anymore.
not elected anymore.
Or the town clerk. Nope.
Right.
So, all these folks that are going up, that are campaigning and everything, are volunteers. They have lives, they have jobs, families, they're out there mowing their lawn just like you are. Yeah. But in their free time, they're putting themselves out there and on social media and in person, to do what they feel is best for the town. And, that brings a lot of negative, or can bring a lot of negative attention.
I think people use the term nepotism a lot because they don't have a valid argument as to why they don't want a certain person in there. Okay. So like we talked earlier, about like nepotism, or, people with the same names, within, like for example, you and your husband, Rich. It's not nepotism. You guys are on different boards. Right?
Yeah.
You guys don't report to one another.
No, he's the reason I got involved in all this stuff.
Right,
I mean, I wasn't involved whatsoever until he said, "Hey, let's join." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And
actually,
I had no idea.
I put the bug in his ear.
Did
up
you?
On North Main Street.
Really? Yeah.
And next thing, I'm like, "You're really going to do this?" And
then he roped me into it.
And then I said, "You're really going to do this?"
Yeah. And then here we are, 4 or 5 years later, and I'm like, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, actually, I was asked if I wanted to run a long time ago, and I said, "Oh, no."
No, it's a lot, and it takes a lot of time. I mean, and it's, I don't want to make it sound negative because we're always looking for new people, but it's, you have to have the time for it, or you have to make the time for it, depending on what you're interested in. There's obviously there are meetings, but you have to prepare. You should be preparing for the meetings, reading the agenda, reading any of the documents you get to support the agenda, so that you can have a fruitful discussion during your meetings. Otherwise, you end up tabling everything and nothing gets done. So, there's some prep time ahead of time, the actual meeting, and then there might be some action items afterwards. So, and in addition to those, there could be subcommittees that you're on, related to the whatever board you're sitting on. It does take some time, but I think it's good to have a mix of people who have been around, that know the history, and people that are new. To get new ideas, new experiences, just new perspectives. I think you need to have a mix. Yeah. And in a small town, it's hard to get.
Well, that's just it. I mean, in a small town, it's hard. It's hard to find, people without the same last name. So, like, for me, if somebody was to say, like, nepotism, or you want to say nepotism or people with the same last name. They're not the same thing, So the first name comes up to mind is Drobiak.
Okay.
You got Lori Sorter, who was Lori Drobiak, Sue Rourke, who was Sue Drobiak, Aaron Polonin, who the principal, who's Lori's daughter.
Yep.
I don't look at that as I don't look at Aaron as being a Nepo baby. I really honestly don't.
No, I mean, she worked for her
Exactly.
position. You know, I mean, she went to school, she's educated, you know, and she does a great job. And I love her shoe collection. She has the best shoes. But you know, I mean, we have 12,000 people, 14,000 people total,
there,
whatever. I mean, you're not going to find a lot of people. Normally it's, you know, you try to pull people in that you know, right? And that could be family or really close friends or whatever, but that's who you're going to try to pull in. You know, I mean, I think at this point, both parties have been pretty lucky, I think, in the last, just recently, where you're starting to see some new names, which I think is a good thing. You know, I mean, you have the folks that have been around a while, but you're starting to see some new names filtered in there. And I'm liking that. I think that's, you know, that's a good thing. And maybe then those new people can bring
how many new names
people.
are there? I mean,
there's quite a few. I mean, we have one on the Board of Ed right now. We have another one coming up for Board of Finance.
What is that? You had a guy for Board of Finance, and all of a sudden, boom, he's not here anymore because he's moving somewhere else.
Yeah. So he called me and said, "Hey, hate to do this to you. I know I was endorsed, but I got a job in DC," and which was a great opportunity for him, and I was really happy for him. You know, it sucked for us, of course, because now because now we got to find somebody else, which we did. And it's another new name. So it's good to, I think, have those. And the Democrat Party had the same thing. You know, they've got some new
Matt
names.
Danieluk.
Right. Yep. Right. They have some new names on their endorsed list. So
Rich Canova.
Yep. Rich Canova. And then there are a couple of folks that they put up for Board of Ed that are new names. So it's nice to see that, you know, just to get some more engagement from residents and not just the same old people all the time. Yeah.
So I don't look at like the Drobiaks. I don't look at them as, I don't look at that family as, because there's nobody there that, you know, hired anybody because of their own influence. You know, I get, you know what, I hear the name Labossiere come up a lot with Glenn, who is the assistant superintendent, and Lori, who is a teacher. So indirectly, he's her boss, I guess, indirectly, or up the food chain, maybe, whatever.
Yeah.
But when it's not, does not fit under the definition of nepotism, because he wasn't in his position now that he's in now.
Yep.
You know, he's been promoted up.
Yep.
Up the ladder.
No.
And I think the school also they adopted something too, that if somebody, you know, if you're at like, even you're both working for like the school, and please tell me if I'm wrong. If you're both working for the school and you're at an even position or at the same level.
Yep.
But if one of them moves up, then
she's not going
that doesn't fall under the definition of nepotism.
Right. Yeah. And she's not going to report directly into her husband at work.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, because he's the assistant superintendent.
Yeah. I mean, he's employed there just like she
is.
Right.
But, yeah. But what I'm saying is I don't think it fits in that definition.
Right.
I don't think it fits in that definition.
Yeah. I mean, Rich is a captain at the Jewett City Fire Department. I'm a social member. I mean, that doesn't mean that I have to report to him. If anything, I have to report to the chief if there's anything I need to report to. But, you know, I mean, we're just involved, you know, in trying to do what we think is best for the town, and, you know, and we enjoy being involved, you know,
and that's the point. And that's the whole point that I was trying to make. You know, I think if you're looking at like New York City or something like that, or Hartford or something, I think it's a little bit different there, you know, because there are going to be more people that you can pick from, you know, the pot. In a town like Jewett City or Griswold or Plainfield, Sterling.
Voluntown.
Boy, we both said we had a moment there. We both
Yeah.
said Sterling at the same time. There's 9 people in Sterling.
Right.
What the are they gonna do?
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so
Yep. Victoria's husband is
Ernie?
Yeah, primarying.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he's primarying for what, Grand Poobah?
I think so.
Yeah, because that's about that's all that's out there.
I think so.
Some
Yeah,
muskrats.
but I think it's similar, situation with, it's a small town and they're even smaller, and I think they're trying to get just some fresh blood, some new names, new faces, new perspectives, kind of thing. And I think you're seeing that in a lot of these smaller towns.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I think you have to. Do you think people get new people get involved because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, or are they involved because they just really want to make a difference?
I think it's a combination. I think everybody's different, but I got involved because I wanted to just it was something I had never been involved in before. It was new to me, so it was something that I could learn. And then also I wanted to do what I could to just help my community be involved and, that sort of thing. And I've learned so much in these last however many years, 4 or 5 years that I've been involved. And what I found though, is that it sucks you in. It's really hard to start saying no to things. It sucks you in. So, you have to be careful of that. But just because there's so many areas that could use someone else, that could use, some help or some, whatever. So you tend to kind of start spreading your wings a little bit. And next thing you know, you're involved in a lot of different things.
I've watched you go from just worker bee, at your job and stuff like that, and having your career, and all of a sudden, now you're a part of almost every board in town.
No, I'm not. Almost
well, between you and Reg,
I'm on 2 boards.
You and your husband, there's like, I think, what is there like?
Yeah.
Are there any boards? Let's see. Right now, you and your husband are not attached to
the
Board of Selectmen or Board of Finance.
Yeah.
But everything else, you guys are. They got your claws in.
P&Z, we're not involved in.
You just wait.
No, I was on
Rich
P&Z.
wanted to be on P&Z.
No, I was on P&Z. I got voted on the last time, and then I resigned.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, that's
No, P&Z is not my thing. I that is not a good fit for me, and I knew that right away. So I gave that to somebody else who was a much better fit, much better fit than I am. But between the two of us, we're on a lot of different boards, but they don't cross over. He's on ordinance, public health and safety. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
You're both very active.
Yeah.
You're both very, very active.
Probably to a fault. Sometimes it's a little much. Like I'm going to a meeting, he's going to a meeting, we're passing, and then he's going to work, and then I'm going to bed, and and then I get up and I go to work and he's in bed, and then we have meetings, and it can be a lot.
So let's look at the bigger seats in this town. So, and I find this kind of funny, to be honest with you. The whole flip-floppy situation with Tina Falk and Todd Babbitt. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's first selectman. She's first selectman. It's, I think it's cutesy, it's who's making dinner in that house.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this, anything that I've ever seen when Todd Babbitt was first selectman, and if anything came up that had to do with the senior center, Tina Falk recused herself and left the room, and vice versa. I've seen Todd Babbitt as the first selectman recuse himself. I've seen Todd Babbitt as a selectman recuse himself. So what do you do? You can't really.
Yeah. No, I know. It's. Yeah, what else do you do? It's a small town. You don't have anyone else.
I think people just need to shut their mouth until they can figure, okay, let's get more different people in here and quit bitching about the people that are actually doing the job. It's like, are they serving the community, or are they just trying to control things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So like let's look at the other side of the coin. All right. And I think this is, and this is you're going to, it's going to be like you're going into confession right now. You're going to have this kind of anxiety.
Okay. Let's do it. Go ahead.
Well, the mail-ins.
Yep.
That's huge right there. If Wayne wins, and Mary Beth ain't losing, so
Hope not.
I'm not. She's not losing. You have both mail-ins controlling both sides of the town. No, explain. Before you do that, you have to also. I think you have to look at perception too.
Oh, perception's huge.
People are going to be looking and go, "What the?"
Yeah, perception is huge. But no, I mean, as the selectman, I mean, you're not making decisions about.
That's where people don't understand
finances and stuff. I mean, that goes to the Board of Finance and the financial director and all of that stuff. I mean,
how many times does the first selectman even vote? Really? Usually it's the two selectmen that vote, and it's like, what do they do? Motion carried.
Right.
That's all they do.
Yeah. And the same
maybe a tiebreaker if it has to go that way, and that's far and few between.
And the same with the chair for Board of Ed doesn't make financial decisions. It's all voted on, and the superintendent is the one that speaks with, that communicates with the first selectman. So, it's not like if Wayne were to get in and Mary Beth's the chair, that they would be talking. I mean, I can't remember the last time. I don't think Tina and Mary Beth have talked maybe more than a couple of times in the last few years, in their capacities as first selectman and chair. It's the superintendent and the first selectman that have any discussions. But when it comes to finances, it's the Board of Finance.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think you have Fred and Ethel resident, that don't understand that. And that's kind of why I did the video that I did. Because, and you were cringing.
Yeah, watching it. Because I'm like, because it definitely had a negative connotation. I took it as kind of a negative.
How is it negative?
Just nepotism in general is negative.
Right, but you got to talk about the hard subjects.
But it's, like you said, I don't know if necessarily
shoving them under the rug. I mean, kicking the can down the road.
And that's kind of.
Well, this has been something that's been talked about for a very long time.
Yeah, we talked about it the last time.
And no one is.
Yeah, we talked about it.
A unicorn.
Talked about it the last time. But then on the flip side, you have, new folks trying to come in, and are they being welcomed in, or are they being kind of pushed out by the folks that have been around for a while? Because of course you're going to have that as well. Know. So, if you want to try to get new folks in and new perspectives, you have to be open to that. I wouldn't want people to run for things just for the sake of running for them and winning something. It's, and I think that anybody can get wrapped up in that. You just kind of, you get wrapped up in the whole thing, and you're like, I want to run for this and I'm going to win. And, and you kind of just, you get into that mindset, especially during election season, and you want to, you gotta have to pull yourself back and you need the perspective of new folks to kind of ground you a little bit.
I agree. And the whole basis of the video that I did it's taking a negative subject and opening some eyes, say, hey, wait a minute, maybe this isn't what we think it is, especially in a small town.
Yeah. Well, and it'd be great too if those people who have questions or don't understand it or have something negative to say about it, just ask.
Well, Mary Beth
can ask nicely, Yeah,
Mary Beth just says, I do not get paid as Board of Ed chair. My position is elected and volunteer.
Right.
We said that earlier.
Yeah.
We said that earlier. There's only the Board of Selectmen, and then what's the other one?
The treasurer.
The treasurer.
Yeah.
The only ones that have a salary attached to it.
And
so we said that really at the beginning.
The borough board. Very small salary, but yeah.
And that's just for Lori.
The Burgesses get a small stipend.
What do you get, like $20?
It's not much more than that.
What do the I know it's a very part-time position.
Yeah, it is.
The borough warden.
I'll have to honestly. So I'm awful, and Linda Cody can vouch for this, but I'm horrible at cashing my checks, and I don't even know how much. I'd have to look. I really have no idea. She's always yelling at me. She's like, God damn it. She's like, you have checks, you got to cash. Because I get them and I put them in my bag at the meeting and then I forget they're in there.
Kathy Waslick is doing it for the money.
I'd
folks.
have to. Yeah, I'm doing it for the money. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'd have to look. It's not much.
Is it for money or is it for power?
Yes, power. I have so much power as a Burgess.
Well, we got to watch out because Lisbon may want to go ahead and invade.
Yeah.
Or Plainfield. And they're up in arms over there. Oh, my God.
In Lisbon?
No,
Plainfield.
No,
I was
Lisbon
going to say Lisbon.
Lisbon is asleep.
Yeah, yeah.
mean-
Lisbon's just, they're like on autopilot.
Tom Sparkman wakes up and goes, something going on? Nope. All right, good night.
I wonder how he's doing after his house.
I haven't talked to him.
Yeah,
I did
neither.
talk to him after the incident.
Yeah.
And he said they're okay.
Yeah.
But not so much the house.
Yeah,
I should check in with him.
Yeah.
Because him and we'll get on the phone. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk.
He's a really nice
fellow.
guy. Yep.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Yep. But yeah, Plainfield, they're going through it right now. That's for sure. And then
I don't get it.
And it's,
I don't get it, man.
there's the social media, like entertainment factor, like just the drama, like it's a train wreck and you can't stop.
Yeah.
You can't stop yourself from watching it. But at the same time, like, just remember these are actual people that are volunteering. The folks that are campaigning are not getting paid to campaign. They're volunteering as well. These are people that go home at the end of the day, just like you and I.
Yeah.
Mow their lawns, they're watering their flowers, they're, getting dinner ready for their kids, they're sitting down doing homework with their kids.
They may be your kid's soccer coach.
Right. Yeah, seriously. And I think people forget that because they see everything on social media and they get wrapped up in the comments and wanting to be right and wanting to get their point across.
Yeah.
And, and it always 9 times out of 10 turns negative and gets really nasty. And why? What is that accomplishing?
Like I said, I don't get half of it. I really honestly don't.
Nope.
And that's why I did the video that I posted. So it's because, and I know you said, it's, I think I agree with you in the fact that nepotism itself is a negative term and looked at negatively. I don't at all think my video is negative. I think the video that I put out last night at 2 a.m. was basically showing that, well, maybe you're wrong.
Oh,
maybe you got to look at it.
People aren't going to hear that. They're not going to.
Well, maybe this will show somebody and say, hey, wait a minute, or maybe it'll say Fred and Ethel over there that haven't run for anything or haven't been to a damn board of selectmen meeting. Maybe they should participate and not bitch when you see Malin or Falk and Babbitt, running a majority of the town because they stepped up and they're just trying to help out.
Yep.
And not making any money doing it, except, well, I shouldn't say that because
they do make money,
and the roads,
and
but still,
yep.
It's like unless you're willing to, throw yourself, into the race and want to help,
yep,
you shouldn't. And I think nepotism, and I said this in the video too. I think people use that when they don't have a valid argument to overcome what somebody else said about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like millennials,
fallback,
they'll say you're a racist.
Yeah. Fascist.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I really like this couch. You do because you're a racist.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Dummy.
No. And I mean, we're still early in the election season, campaign season. So we still have another couple months of this. Because, like I said, I mean, it's like weddings and funerals. It brings out the worst in people.
Yeah.
People get so opinionated out of nowhere when it comes to these things. And you see, people commenting on social media, on Facebook posts and things, and you've never seen their name before. And you're like, who
or they're trolling.
Who is this person? And maybe they have a good point. I don't know. But, it's like, where have you been? Come to a meeting.
Yeah.
Reach out. Other times, come to a DTC meeting or an RTC meeting or a board of selectmen or finance. They're definitely not the most exciting meetings, that's for sure, but they're important.
Or at the very least, watch the board.
Right.
Board of Selectmen on YouTube.
Yep.
When they
I
do it.
share it. I try to share it every
I
single
watch
time.
them. I can't get down there all the time.
Yep.
Or I haven't been in a long time, but I watch
'em.
every single meeting.
Yep.
And I watch every single borough meeting.
Yep.
And anything like with the Board of Finance and everything, if it's streamed, I watch it because I want to make sure I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because guess what? That bill that comes in the mail that I got to pay, I want to know where it's coming from.
Yep. Yep.
So,
I mean, how many people just recently, and I'm sure, Leona could vouch for this, wondering where their tax bills are. Where's my tax bill? Where's my tax bill?
It was a
How come my
month late.
tax bill's
Why?
late? Oh, why is it late?
Because of
Why
the
is it late?
referendum.
Well, clearly you weren't paying attention.
Right.
Because, the budget didn't pass the first time and everything was delayed because of it.
So it's 30 days late on your tax bill.
Right. But that just shows how many people are so out of touch with what's happening in town.
Yeah.
And I get it. Everyone's busy. Totally get it. But I hate hearing that as an excuse.
I do too.
Because you want to talk about busy.
I've said that for a long time.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about busy. Follow us around a little, for a week and you'll know what busy is. You have the time. You just have to find it. You have to make it a priority to know what's going on.
Exactamundo. All right. Just want to go ahead and before we say goodbye, I want to say thank you to Capital Property Group here in Jewett City. Of course, the Burns Agency in Danielson and in Norwich, now a Hub International company. Of course, Strained Family Motors on Route 12 in Lisbon. Get yourself a slingshot. Those things are freaking
I want to
cool.
try one of those.
They're great.
They look like they're a lot of fun.
Grizzle Dental Associates on Slater Avenue here in the town of Jewett City. Highway Campers, family owned and operated since 1967. Michael Mish from One Trust Home Loans, part of the Chairman's Club. Congratulations.
Club?
Yes, congratulations to Michael Mish. And that's it. So anyway, thanks for coming. We'll be back, I think, on Thursday.
Thursday?
For another edition of...
These are really comfy couches. Let me tell you. I like this.
We should
so
just
much
come in our
better.
jammies.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
No. Although, you know what?
Don't tell Rich that he'll show up nude.
No, he would.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. But I have the onesies. Because at night during the winter
With the
time.
hood?
Yeah. Yeah, I had like an abominable snowman one.
Oh my God.
I had a raccoon one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to look and see if I still have those.
See, I'm looking at the picture here and I'm thinking, we just look so casual. You just
yeah, it's because it's a comfy. The only thing we got to get some pillows, but other than that, this is pretty good.
That's true. Throw these at each
Yeah.
other.
I know these did not work,
They're just
but that's okay.
puffy. Yeah.
Don't really need them. It's fine.
That's it. All right. Thank you, Kathy.
Anytime.
Grizzle Pride. My God. And Sirac.
Oh yeah.
SiracCT.org. So great. Those are actually two really good websites to go if you want to get if you need information on drug addiction, gambling, and anything that that along that realm that you can think of. SiracCT.org is one, and of course grizzlepride.org.
Mm-hmm.
So great information, and Sirac runs all sorts of different classes.
Do they?
Yeah, and seminars that you can.
I'm sure they have a ton of resources.
I went to one for they did a Narcan training. They do them right along actually, but I've been and there's one called QPR that they look it up.
Yep,
it's pretty cool. All right, Mary Catherine Waslick, Sister Mary Catherine Waslick.
Oh God!
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you Thursday here on SNSN.
See ya.